Alright guys, this is Sergeant Diddy and we're back again today on Project Ozone 2. Um, I did pull a really late stream last night getting that imaginary time block going. Let me get the screen up. And I'm golfing today around 4, so I'm on early and I'll probably be back on after golf unless we go get dinner or something and it ends up being like 9 o'clock when we get back. But I am planning on getting back online tomorrow. Let's see. I think. Well, let's go check things. This is still going? This can't really still be going. Holy crap. Okay. Well, I think, actually, for right now, unless there's stuff down there that hasn't been done or finished, and there is, how many are left? Um, yeah, I think, yeah. Let's, yeah, actually, I may, how many are in here? How much room do I have? I have enough room. Um, I'm gonna get off of that just so I don't accidentally warp myself somewhere. Um, I'm gonna load these up. Or not. Is there more bouncing around back there? I don't even know. It looked like there was. Did they end up way the hell up there? I think they did. That's interesting. Okay, so I think we're full. Yeah, I'm gonna load this thing up because it might take a minute to get this auto crafting set up, and I might not get to this part of it today. Um, are these all the same type? I don't know. What's in here now? Engineering. How many? This is making the engineering, right? Yeah, we don't need this thing to make any more engineering. Actually, we don't even need to do that. Let's... Yeah. What's the least one? Calculation. We should have plenty of gold for right now. Or whatever those are called. Logic. What's in here now? Engineering again. Okay. Yeah, but my plan today is get some auto crafting going. I made the controller last night, put it in place. Okay. What did I just... Okay. So... I want to get... As you can see, Mr. Controller's just sitting right there. It's not the big glorious thing it will become, but right now it just needs to be a controller. We need dense cables. All that stuff can be made in one of those 7 pages. Mm, Yeah. Okay. So, vape time right quick. Okay. I need to yeah, reload that there, thank you. That's gonna be loud. Okay. Gonna leave that on. Do we have the stuff? I really doubt it to make one. Okay, we need the whatever. Is it both annihilation and formation? Yes. And this triple compressed crafting table. We might have crafting tables. We do. Okay. Recipe. Can't you just give me wood? Not like that. All you people with sick minds. Um, actually, this isn't going to be enough either. Yeah, it will. Obviously. Yeah, I'm going to turn them two leftover, or not, yeah, two leftovers back into crafting tables. Double compressed. Actually, those ones too. Because, you know, sometimes you need crafters. So that is that. And it should just be the cores now. Yeah. What is that? Oh, fluid assembler. Excuse me. I need. I think I have some of those. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's make sure. Yes. Um, we should have that under control. Also, we're going to need two of these. One for each style here. One of these. One of these. And then we should be able to get a molecular assembler. Molecular assemblers are used for auto crafting, and I'll show you that here in a minute. We need a interface, which is one of these bad mama jammas, and I don't think you have to use this style, but this style when you're doing massive freaking what is that? Stained glass. When you're doing massive systems, um that was not smart. Um it's very advantageous to I forgot to make the pearl things. We need two of these. It's very advantageous to use these opposed to the single face uh, interfaces, and I'll explain why here in a moment. And the first interface molecular assembler setup is going to be kind of different. Well, not different, but it's going to be very basic, very bare bones. And it's probably just going to sit right here. Okay, so your molecular assembler builds things, right? It assembles crap. It crafts, right? So it's going to sit right here. So I don't have to use more cable. There's already a cable there. It's already powered because it's getting power through there, right? But it doesn't have an interface to give it stuff to do, right? It just doesn't have any way to get stuff. So you add the interface. The interface, well, and obviously this thing has 6 sides, 4 on each side, the top, the bottom. This thing is the same way. Well, hold on. Let's finish this. Okay, so if I put this interface here, then it interfaces with this side. I was just using my finger for some reason to point. But also, well, let's say we put it here, because that's where I'm going to put it. But if I had another one, I could put it right here. And if I had another one, I could put it right here. So you could have 6 interfaces loaded with programs to run this one molecular assembler. Would you want to do that? Maybe, but probably not, because 6 interfaces around one molecular assembler, all with freaking 9 patterns stored inside. Yeah, you would have what is that, 54? Yeah, 54 freaking things that you can make, but you only have one assembler that can make it. So using these ones, you can put 6 molecular assemblers around one interface. So the one interface can be feeding 6 different crafts at the same time. So that works out really well. And I don't know if that counts as a channel. Interface doesn't say. That's online. The stuff downstairs should be online too, so we should be okay. So for this, we need a pattern terminal. Pattern. Two T's, maybe? Maybe I'm just totally spelling this wrong. Yeah, 2 T's. Pattern, and I can't see. That's a pattern terminal. I'm going to type that out because I'm probably going to have to make a... yeah, we're going to need one of these things over here. But I'm not ready to give that one up because I still haven't given a channel to that thing, that advanced filing cabinet that has all my non-stackable items in it. So we're going to have to make another one of those. Yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult because we have all of that except for that in the system, and there's a barrel of that right below my feet. So this should be not too much of a thing. We need 4 of these. Someday we will run out of freaking iron gears, but until then, we've got that covered. Ender, the glowy guy, wherever the glowy guy is. I know he's in here. Oh well, either way, we need this guy. Sentient Ender, right there, glowy guy. What else was on the list? The 2 of these. See, and the cool thing about auto crafting is, you know, once you have all the patterns set in there, you just tell it you want an ME pattern terminal, and it will craft all the stuff for you. So you don't have to mess with any of the lower parts as long as you have patterns for them, or yeah, patterns, and they're connected to the interface is connected to a molecular assembler, one of these things over here, or a machine that can build the stuff that you're asking it to build. So it's really kind of a really big time saver, especially when you get into things like that imaginary time block. Yeah, I'm not doing that crap again. That was insane. Like, literally, that was an entire day of freaking crazy stupid crafting for literally. Well, I mean, it's awesome, but I mean, how awesome is awesome when you have to wait freaking when you spend like 8 or 9 hours to build it and use a whole butt ton of your resources. These go here, 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 and here. These go here and here. Um, Sentient Ender. Nope, here. And this guy's here. Right? Yeah. Okay. I get pretty good at those. Um, it's like, I guess the only third one I've had to build, but still. But we need this terminal. Actually, we might need more channels here in a minute too. And this terminal might go downstairs on a separate channel on a separate side on the controller, and that would give me a chance to explain how the controller works. Okay. So right now we're looking at this. Over here, actually, I think is where my, yep, right here are those things. Because you need the illuminated panel for this section. ME terminal can go in there. This can go in here. So we've got ME terminal, we've got crafting tables. Now we have a crafting terminal. Now we need the pattern terminal. Okay? And at some point in time, probably not today, I'll make the interface terminal. Oh, I need cable. I really need to get used to, like, I've got my mouse set up and I'm so used to being on a tiny desk that I can spin probably two 360s or, you know, what, a 720 without moving my wrist off the specific spot on my table. Which I guess isn't really precise, but I don't really have room, so that's the way it's going to go. We're looking for cables. I'm pretty sure they're called cables. Yeah. Okay. We probably, for right now, probably only need one, but... And I don't know how many channels we're using, that's why I came down here to do this. Actually, we could find out. The last thing to be hooked up would not work. I can't... You know what? Let's just try this. See if this will light up. Missing channel. Okay, we hit our 8 max. I kind of figured. Nope, device online. Okay, good. Because we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that counts. We'll say it does. So that's 5, 6. Okay, so we got 6 things hooked up right now. That's the key point, is right now. So we need... You know what? Actually, what we need is pattern, blank pattern, and you make that... Is that quartz glass? Yeah. You make that like that. We don't have a pattern. So now we can take the pattern that I just made and make a pattern to make patterns, right? Okay, so now we can go into the system. Well, either one of these systems. I'm going to come up here, set this one. Now, how do you... I am so glad they're cutting the freaking grass right now. I love it. It is so awesome. Crafting status, sort by name. Craftable. We have one thing that is craftable, right? You can see that. Ooh. I'm going to change this. I just remembered something. If you take these, you put them in here, or is it, it's either in here. Okay, yeah, now it's blank again. Um, this button here is obviously to clear the contents, right? Just like in the, I don't know, does it clear down here? Just like in here, just like over here, there's a little X to clear the grid. But the button next to it, or dict substitutions, you want to click that. Because if it's calling like this one here is calling for either pure Certus or Certus Quart, pure Certus Quartz or Certus Quartz, or I think there might even be, um, okay, and that was charged. I don't know why you'd want to use charged in there. And you might be able to use nether. Okay, I guess not. No nether, but it doesn't matter. Um, so then you take your pattern when you got the ORDIC flipped. Now you put it in here. That way, if you run out of pure, then you can go to. Then it'll go to the standard, and then it'll go to charged. Hopefully, it's never using charged, but I forgot the way I got that Certus Quartz seed set up over there isn't probably the best way to go, because now we can't use the essence to make the pure stuff. Give me a sec. Hit the vape. Okay, so now if we come in to say here where it's set for just this, right? We can hit craft and say we want, I don't know if we have enough for, actually let's try it. Let's just jump straight in for 64. We want a stack of patterns. That way we don't have to worry about making them for a while, right? We don't have a CPU, so this isn't going to work. No crafting CPUs. I totally forgot about that, and we're short on this glass, so we got to make a pattern for that glass. Okay, so to get the CPU thing to work, right? APP for applied energetics. We need, I know we need a crafting unit. We need this co-processing unit, and we need at least one single K. I don't think we're going to start with a single, well, we'll probably start with a 4 or a 16K. And I think you can get the storage things out of them like you can the drives. I would show you that, but that would delete all my stuff that's on those drives, so I'm not going to do that right now. I'll show that to you at a later time. But either way, we're going to need at least 2 of these. And there's a monitor thing. Yeah, this crafting monitor. That is really kind of helpful if you have visual access to your CPUs, because it shows you exactly what it's crafting on the little screen there on the front. It shows you exactly what it's crafting at any given moment in time on the crafting CPU itself. So we're going to need, I'm going to start with, I think you can do a 2-block. It has to be a rectangular shape. It's a multi-block. You'll see. So we'll make 2 of these because we need 2 of these. I don't think we have the stuff for 2 of those because we're in that grid and it will fill that in no matter what. So we'll try again. Okay, we did have the stuff for 1. We can put these cables back in here. I'd really like not to build my own dense cables. So that's kind of what we're going for here. And we should have that. Okay, now we have the processing unit. We need to get some Ks going here. Yeah, I think starting with a 4K should be able to build us a 64K. I think. If I'm wrong, then we'll go for a 16K. But we need 3 of the ones. Let's see if we can build 3 of the ones. No, we don't have enough gold nuggets. Of all things, we don't have enough gold nuggets. Go figure, right? I need to get this thing to start doing compacting drawers. We don't have any of those, and that would get rid of the nugget problem. It would also cut down on the number of resources that we actually store because they hold a little bit less. Uh, but we wouldn't have to worry about, or I could just make a whole nother drawer just straight for, well, that'd be kind of stupid. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. A whole nother drawer just for nuggets. The machine can just craft the stupid nuggets. Or we can do the compacting drawer and just store um, the rest of the stuff on drives or something. Because, yeah, hold on. Okay, as you can tell, my page up button is the mute button, and it just cycled through all my pages. So we should be able to make the ones now. We need 3 of them. Oh, these things are pain in the gonads. Okay, so that 1Ks should have all the stuff for this. Yes. 4K should have all the stuff for this. Yes. And the 4K, literally, is you just take that, whatever that thing's called, crafting unit, put it in there. Now we have a 4K. So this bad boy is now ready to rock. I want the cables back. And where are we going to stick this? I think for right now, actually, we might not even need cables. Right now, we can just stick this thing right next to this thing, and we won't even need a cable. It should connect. And once I place this one, we'll get a multi-block. Yes. Okay, great. Now this thing, you can click on it. I think it gives you information. Yeah, crafting status panel for this particular... Okay, we're running low on channels, I think. Okay, everything's actually right now. Let's get a network tool. Where is... That's what it's called, right? Network tool? Network tool. Yes. Okay. What? You need a panel for that? Whatever. Nether quartz wrench, which is... You can get a nether quartz wrench, or... maybe it's just another... Oh, Certus quartz wrench over here. Which is the wrench. It, you know, breaks the things, or... I might turn sides or something too. But it's, the, you know, the applied energistics wrench. Where'd the tool go? Here, and we should have all that. And okay, so what the network tool does is you should be able to click on a cable, and it'll give you the information about the cable. Network details, power. It's not telling me the channels. Hey, what's up? Could have sworn this told you what channels. I know the smart cables will tell you about channels. We can craft those here in a minute. Yeah, how you doing, Monster Brawl? Whoa. How about turn that off? So we should now be able to... Okay, I don't need that anymore. Maybe... Nope, that now works just as a wrench. And now my cable is missing. Right on. Yeah, I just did this today. Yeah, yesterday, I don't know if you're familiar with Project Ozone 2 or modded Minecraft at all. or especially 1.7.10 modded Minecraft. I built an imaginary time block yesterday, which speeds up crop growth. And that thing took me, like, literally all day. Because of all the, like, stepped freaking... What do they call that? It's not stepped crafting. Embedded crafting. Right on, right on. Yeah, I just did the imaginary time block yesterday to get Minicio so I can start doing the demon steel. And yeah, this crap is quick. And it, well, and it'd be a lot faster if I could craft up all the Minicio it's making. Like, I've got 4 crafters making the second tier. That's one thing I really need really bad at freaking, like, completing everything. Usually what I've been doing is doing, like, a off schedule, like a Saturday stream to work on, like, the early quests like that. Obviously, woo, we got that one. We got some of these. Some of these, I don't know. I'm going to do them. They're just kind of, yeah. And same thing here. Like, I've made some of this stuff. Like, actually, I've made, that's the only part of that I haven't made. Um, yeah, like, and I made a lot of these, but I guess, no, I made a redstone furnace too. No, I haven't. I made the induction smelter and some other stuff down here. Magma crucible. Yeah, I really like this pack. Like, there's enough stuff in it that you could probably play it a whole bunch of different times and not do the same thing twice in the way things are automated or whatever. And like, I've obviously already got Dragonic Evolutions open, and I think that's one of these two. Actually, I think it's Lambda, because I think Kappa is Project E stuff. I could be wrong. But, okay, that sounds interesting. Yeah, but some of these... Well, yeah, this one here, I guess, is just about done. I'll probably build that to do the quest. Well, I will build that to do the quest. PRC. PRC... There was something... Oh, meteorite. The meteorites, it'll give you 8 chunks per meteorite if you use a PRC. And I think you need to use like 2 or 3 of them to get the ethylene and all that stuff. Combiner. I haven't built that yet. These, actually, that was the whole reason behind that mob farm, or that Minicio farm, was to fuel these things, because I was running through Minicio, or what was wrong? It was making this stuff, but it wasn't making it fast enough. It took like 5 days for this setup to make 700. Oh, now we're over the number that we need. Yesterday, when I started the stream at 4 p.m., we were at 700. And now we're at 5,800 with that freaking imaginary time block farm. So on that note, I'm probably going to head upstairs. Actually, let's continue working on this for right now. Did I ever make the patterns? I don't think I did. So let's see if we can make these patterns. There was something that we were missing. It was that quartz glass. So let's make a pattern for quartz glass. And that is... I don't know. But we can find it. What? Where? Yes. Yes. I did that on a playthrough I did before I was streaming. And that was just a colossal cluster to begin with, because I had a whole mess of freaking crafters, and they were all pulling out of because I've always got a main storage system, right? Everybody always have a main storage system. Well, I didn't think about, well, I have one connection pushing out all the stuff that's needed for all that crafting. So, eventually I added a couple of freaking, either a couple of slaves, or I found the boxes. Like, you need to make a lot of those copper coils, those machine housings, stuff like that. The red alloy ingots. So I ended up, like pulling off the back of the redstone, pulling back off the back of the iron, the copper, or not cobalt, the carbide, stuff like that. Because I mean, these things, one connection can only move, that's fully maxed out, a stack a second, and it was trying to. It couldn't keep up. There was no way it could keep up. So it worked fine for, like, I'd turn everything off and it'd work fine for like an hour, and then it would just spend its entire day trying to fill one machine back up. And it's like, okay, this is stupid. What is wrong? And yeah. Yeah, so then once I, got AE, because I started that before I had AE. Once I had AE, then I freaking started doing it through AE. And then the first solar, um, like the first, what? I guess it's the first two. Or first three have EMC, and then it goes, what is this, four? Yeah, so up to eight. Um, well, up to seven, and then eight you can do EMC again. Or I guess you'd have to make three eight sevens to make the eight. But yeah, once you get to here, EMC, you can EMC it all the way up to 11. Yeah, that's 11. And it looks like they've cut down in probably the last update or the update before that. Because when I did my full playthrough, it was on. They updated it last June, and I finished it just before then. And these solar panels were putting out, like, it was either the 11 or the 12s. I think it was the 11s, because I was pulling stacks of them out of the thing. We're putting out like 2 billion RF per tick. So I think they, like, nixed it by a order of magnitude. Oh, I haven't even clicked on 12. Is it? Oh, yeah. That's probably why I maybe made one of them. Um, Solar panel from mechanism. Okay, that's not uber bad. It's, yeah, I know. It's where'd it go? It's this thing. But I mean, by the time when I was done with that playthrough, like, I had that automated, so, and I had enough to make, like, on hand without crafting any more parts. I had enough of every one of these parts to fill a drawer. You know what I mean? So I mean, by the time I got to where I was ready to make a 12, it would have been the click of the button in the crafting grid. But and that was right there, the automation of the, whatever they call that, automated dire crafting table. Probably like that. Uh yeah, auto crafting table. There's glitch, at least there was when I played it, there was glitches with it that if you had a full stack in the little box. I've got a dire table over here. If you had a full stack over here and you had all the components still over here, it would still eat the components, even though the stack wasn't going anywhere, even though it was full. So it was kind of interesting to automate that. So basically, you had, like, at least one component, like all the other components would be filled up 100%. And then, the full stack. And then the last component was the one component that you put in there and pulled out your output. Because if you had a stack in there and all the rest of the stuff was a stack, then you were just kind of wasting a whole lot of material, especially the one with the singularities in it. Because the singularities were like 2,000 or it depends on the thing too. Yeah, like 50,000 almost. Where's iron? Wasn't that like, yeah, where is iron? Invar, charcoal, silver, nether quartz. Oh, that was iron. Some of these, maybe it was redstone? No. Some of them were less than 49,000. Yeah, well, especially in the very beginning, like, um, very early on, I try to make the freaking capacitor farm so you can build these and it'll 10 it for you. I just set this thing and walk away, come back, depending if they start out as 111s, come back like 20 minutes later and they're done. 10. If you crafted or bred them, that's really annoying. The breeding, especially when like like these, like the diamond seeds or something like this, where you have to have something special underneath it. That's really easy because the only thing that can come out of this setup is a diamond seed in the middle. Now, if you're doing like the these these things, that could take an hour just to get like the blue petal flower or whatever they called it, mystical purple flower seeds or whatever, could take forever. And same thing with something like the green seeds, all the agricraft dye seeds. That stuff can take forever. Yeah, well, the way I usually do it is make a 10 and then put one of each seed over here, and that works really well. And you don't have to go. And this guy, I think he's just sitting in a bad spot because he's only getting hit by like 5 sprinklers, and the rest of them are getting hit by like 20 sprinklers. But really, I don't need half a trillion more nether stars. That thing's been running for five. Well, it ran maybe last Thursday or Friday until now. And nether stars, I mean, over the weekend it backed up. I've got 6,000, which is good for now. And I mean, it's a good EMC source when you get there. Um, for generating. Yeah, I did that, and then I had a emerald block, freaking dimension that I was mining the hell out of with like 4 or 8 different miners at the same time that we're pouring into an energy condenser. Yeah, it got really really expensive in the end. But yeah, the imaginary time block is awesome. Um, what did I need? I needed that stupid glass pattern. That's not pattern. All right, I got you. Like, um, yeah, and if you build like talking about the wither, if you build the lumium crossbow, like I think pretty much every video I've ever seen has on making the crossbow, and I've watched a lot of playthroughs just to get ideas and stuff, but everybody uses the lumium body and everybody uses the refined glowstone. I think it's lumium body and the lumium limb and then the refined glowstone tip bolts, and it can be any shaft just as long as it's the or any tool rod as long as it's the glowstone head, and it's 135 hearts, so you can sit there and kill withers all day long, one shot. As long as you're like, I had one glitch where my client wasn't hooked to the server right, or there was a memory leak or something, and I actually had to go kill the wither with a sword. That was really annoying. Um, yeah, yeah, and like I usually bypass that and go straight for the pyrotheum because that's 300 times, and that's what's under that, and that's what's under the other one over there that's generating lava for the compression chamber. I really need to get out of the habit of making the 5x5 compression chamber. Like, it's big enough that anything can spawn in here, which I guess isn't really a problem because then I get free crap. You know, actually, on that note, I could get a whole lot of free crap. Like, I stood there for like 3 minutes one day, like, taking a vape, and I heard like 8 things die in there in like that 3 minutes. If I had one of those item life upgrades, yeah, the stuff that collected in there would not go away until I walked by. I mean, I don't know if I really want that because it'd fill my inventory, but where did that go? That one. But I should have this in there anyway, just in case I ever put stuff in there and end up having to walk away or something. Or automation. You know, you end up running out of all your air while the AE system's trying to force more crap in there. That'd probably be a good thing to have. Um, yeah, but that, what is that stuff called again? The glass, like quartz glass, which is probably not on this screen because it starts with a Q. Uh, where are the patterns? I guess last time I just typed in pattern. I still don't see quartz glass, but pattern's right here, and that has quartz glass in it. And we should have, yeah, because we get all that stuff from sifting. How can I grab one of those? Okay, good. So now I can actually, that's not going to work either because I need to put that in there. Let's make sure this works. It appears to be working. And there should be, what is that pattern? Yes, we have a pattern. Yeah, that's what I did too. Um, it's usually one of the first ones that I make, and the next one is usually that, so that you can actually make them if you run out of those things. Oh, okay, I gotcha, I gotcha. So now we should make, or should be able to make more patterns. And I don't think I'm going to go with a stack this time. 10's probably good to start with. And, okay, there it goes. And what else was I going to do? I was going to do, you know, I really should start, what is it for demon? I know it's the red essence, but this is an enrichment chamber. I need another one of these so I can get this stuff, because I don't want to waste a whole bunch of diamonds just crushing them. And for the Philosopher's Stone, I guess I still got to go to the Erebus, but I can make everything else on this list except for the Demon Steel. Well, and I guess that too. But we could probably do that today after we get auto crafting set up. Well, I guess it is kind of set up, but it's not really very good. And I guess that's something that I can work on as I need it, because you never know exactly what you're going to need until you need it. And this needs to go away. This is really annoying. I'm tired of catching myself on this stupid thing. Actually, you know what? This thing is really stupid too, so I just put this here just to... Did it ever fill the cable? No, I put like 15 stacks of freaking cobble in this thing, and it still hasn't filled the capacity of that cable. Yeah, I really don't like it either. Like, that dimension really... Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Usually, like, the first time I go there... Yeah, like, the first time I go there, I'm there long enough to catch one beetle. And Actually, I found the coolest freaking beetle in the entire planet. Um, I need to stop that. I need to fly on top of the thing, and I'll make some exact copies so you can see it. It's freaking awesome. Exact copy. Yep, I hit it. Damn it. Oh well, whatever. Um, dude, I don't need that sound every time I fall like freaking 2 blocks. Thank you. Let's see if it'll come out. If it'll be the right. If it'll have the same name. This. Have you seen these? Whenever he comes out, it takes forever for the exact copies to come out. Oh, does he have a name? Oh, we can't see the name because we're not looking at him. The name of the beetle is freaking John Lennon. I walked up to the guy, freaking went to capture him. I'm like, wait, his name's John Lennon. Why the hell is his name John Lennon? I'm like, oh wait, the beetle. Yeah, so we got the John Lennon freaking. Oh, I got you. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna take the damage. I don't care. And we'll fix this from the outside. You know, I just hit the freaking. These things are in here. Oh yeah, mob souls. That was another thing that took like a day, but it was, yeah, that took a good portion of the day, but that was worth it, and that does take time because you got to freaking. What is that? I don't think I've heard of that before. Oh, well, I think I may get it. But yeah, all these things, making freaking all these books for what's in here? Yeah, extra garbage, extra enchantments that came from the enchanting whatever auto enchanter. I mean, finding all those, then bringing them over and putting them in a disenchanter, and then freaking all that stuff, that is just a time sink. But it was well worth it, because now this thing's sitting at, well, this thing's probably half full of, yeah, we've got mob souls falling out of our toes, including freaking, like, wither skeletons. I'm surprised I don't get the blue slimes, and I don't know what biome the blue slimes come from, but like every time I've started this pack, which I've started it a whole bunch of times, I've only got to the end once, but um, like 3/4 of the times my mob farms. This one is shorter than I used to make them, but I used to get freaking blue slimes, which I mean you don't really use a lot of slime, but it's just kind of weird that, especially, and they're always at Y level 83 or whatever the standard build height is, or start height is. I think they're all 83. Yeah, I noticed something yesterday too. Like, open up your map, and this is the map of my world, like today. This is my world that I finished. This is another world that I started. I don't know why. um, all the maps became merged together, but that happened. So I guess it's kind of makes it a little easier to kind of explain how I did it before. Like, I don't know what that is. I think that's a farm hanging off the side. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But I thought that was kind of interesting. I noticed because I'd never zoomed out. Like, whenever I opened up this, I was always like zoomed into here and I'd hit the freaking waypoints. I'd never zoomed out to see that, but I'd noticed that the waypoints had stuff that I hadn't put in there from other saves. Actually, I think I know why that might be. Because I'm on a server that I have run this pack multiple times, and maybe that's why. That's actually probably a fairly good reason why. Enrichment chamber. These things. Oh yeah. We need more silica. We should have the printed circuits. Okay, so we just need those other printed circuits, or advanced circuits. We have these. We're going to need more silica, which is sand and block of quartz. And we'll just need one set. Sand. I didn't think so. I've got sand. And I've got it coming from the thing. The cobblestone framework. So I have... Probably don't need two. Actually, I know I don't need two, but we'll need more of these at a later date. Over here, I just don't have it still hooked to the system. Because now it's all running through ender chests, except for this Minicio here. And I suppose I could run a cable over there and pull sand out. That would probably be a good thing instead of coming down here and grabbing a stack every time I need sand. Because that cable wasn't there until recently, so I guess maybe that's why I don't do it that way. 2, 2. Yeah, it's really time to get into auto crafting. After yesterday, where I handcrafted a freaking entire imaginary time block. Oh, my loot bags. They'll get opened by autonomous activators, and then, well, actually, most of this setup can go away, I think, because right now, the compactor makes them into the greens, the legendaries. So I know we get that because that's what I want, and basically the stuff I don't want. So I keep redstone, lapis, coal. You know, the normal stuff. That I don't keep a lot of, well, any of these armors. I don't keep a lot of stuff, but it all feeds into a loot bag recycler to make more loot bags. And then this guy over here makes freaking mini coal. And I actually did a test. Like, you could take, because it'll tell you how much loot value you got stored. I got this zeroed out. Put one mini coal in there, and it gives you, like, I don't know, say 80 points. And I put one diamond in there, and it gave me, like, 5 points. So I'm like, how in the hell does a mini coal give you freaking more points than a freaking entire diamond? But whatever, it works. So that's what I was doing with that. Or, well, I guess I still am doing with that. And we got 4,500 blacker lotuses. It takes a long time. Like, I know, I think he changed how often the blacker lotuses, like the rate. Because I know in prior playthroughs, I didn't have to add the coal thing. I didn't have to combine them. You know, I was opening all 5 tiers of loot bags, and, you know, I'd easily get up to like 20,000 blacker lotuses. And now I'm like opening bags in a way just to get blacker lotuses because I can't get enough. Well, now I have enough. Well, I mean, that's for now. Right now, or, you know, when I start doing freaking auto crafting for runes and stuff, this may go away very fast. But, enrichment chamber. Oh, that's we're over here. And those things should be done. I don't know why I took those out. I don't know if it matters, but in the thing it says like that. And there should be another thing of silica somewhere. Okay. Isn't that how that goes? No, it's not. I need paper. Okay. And this setup here is obviously going to go somewhere. Not here. I just wanted the auto crafting to work so we could auto craft some more stuff. Like, making a 64K would probably be a lot easier auto crafting it than That's not exactly what I wanted to do. Um, so we need 2 silica, 2 paper. We can take this silica out. Sit here for a minute. Yeah. What I was... I don't know. This thing may move and then like hang AE like the controller from underneath there centered, or I don't know, I could always add another deck underneath this one, and suspend it like in the center of that area. um I don't know what. Oh, that's coming from that thing. We got one here. What? I have this thing all jacked up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. Like, I mean, right now that system's so basic that just having it right there, like there's a controller, but I don't really need it because I haven't reached. I think I'm at 7 channels, so I don't really need the controller. But I knew that I would need the controller. Dude, what is it? I thought it was a network cable. I just need to make a freaking smart cable. Or the network tool would tell you how many channels you were using, but maybe that's a 110 thing. Where am I going? I didn't make the enrichment chamber. Um, yeah, sometimes I start talking and I forget what I'm doing. You know, and then running cables over there and plumbing diamonds into this enrichment chamber would probably be a good thing to do instead of what I'm probably going to do and just carry a drawer over there that's full of them. Oh, yeah, I know. Yesterday was a big pain in my butt. Like, if you look through the time block. Well, first, I had to kill... What did it end up being? Like 3 or 4? Maybe 5. I can't remember the whole number of the tier 2s that I killed. And I tried with the armor that I had, and he definitely blew me away, like, really quick. So I crafted up the wyvern armor, which I basically had all the stuff. I just had to build it. And all of my freaking... Um, is it in here? I think it's in that chest. All my dark armor is all enchanted. Or not enchanted, but upgraded. And you can't use the upgraded to make more armor. So I'm like, thank you for the follow. Monster Brawl, thank you. Yeah, so I had to recraft all the armor, and you've played this, so you know what that entails. Starting with leather, and then going to freaking chainmail, then going to iron, then going to lapis, then going to blah 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 for days and days and days. So that took a while. Once I got the wyvern armor, then it actually... Is this actually filling now? Oh, nice. I was gonna come over here for a reason. This can... This whole setup really needs to go away. Because it's now in my way. Because I need... Is there anything left in either of these? I'm really about to dump that. Or use it. I suppose we could just use it. Is there a recipe thing? Yeah, what can we... Pretty sure I'm not looking at the right thing. Yeah, I can go get 2 of those freaking blue ones. Yeah, one of the things... Well, I never did freaking... Yeah, the imaginary time block. This thing took forever. These things... Not so much of a forever. That's why I had all these, because I made a whole mess of those a couple days ago. But these things... that wasn't hard. Yeah, it was these things. They come all the way down here. You need freaking 12 stacks or 20. You need 24 stacks of these. Or no. You needed 24 stacks of these. And you needed like 24 stacks of those or something. It was freaking crazy. And these, once you get all the way down to the tier, and they all use a butt ton of plastic, they all use mercury, they all use a butt ton of this red alloy. I mean, I spent probably 4 or 5 hours just smelting the plastic and these things to get enough to build the imaginary time block. And I even went as far as to build that separate set of freaking furnaces downstairs. Because the diamond furnaces right now, I don't have like resonant freaking redstone furnaces or anything like that. And the alloy smelter maxed out isn't really that fast. I mean, it's faster than a normal furnace, but 8 of those, you can make a stack in like less than a minute. Well, maybe, yeah, probably about a minute. In that, it takes like 10. I don't know. It'll be okay. So we need diamonds. We need a drawer. Actually, I think... Yeah, let me do that. That would probably be faster than doing it the way I normally do it. Haste, man. I really like haste, but sometimes I really hate it. It'll be okay. So what I'm thinking here, do that, get a diamond. I haven't been to... You got to get the red gems from the Erebus, and I haven't gone to get those yet. That's actually probably a today thing. Load that up. Freaking flip. That was the smartest thing I've done all day, I think, right there. Probably really close to it. Yes. Oh my god. I didn't want to flip it to insert because I don't want them... Wow, that was the coolest thing I've done by far all day. And this is probably not going to be as fast as I thought it was going to be because... Oh, what would the output be? Blue? Yeah, that'll work. We need those bread things. We need another drawer. Yeah, I haven't made any of those yet. I can now. Where? We are gonna need one of these. Oh, we got some down here. We should keep them together. That's a really good point. I hadn't really even furnace. Yeah. What? Whoa. Active ultimate furnace, I'm assuming you don't have to fuel. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, but how... Ultimate furnace. Oh, it takes an extreme furnace. Oh yeah, I could really actually do... If they weren't already diamond furnaces, I could do them all up like that right now. Yeah. That is a good idea. I had not thought about that. Maybe I hadn't thought about it because they look funny. I don't know. Like, I made one of those once and used it, and I'm like, wow, that's really fast, but it really just looks funny. Which is a really bad reason not to make something. Okay, that's ready. I needed more drawers. I'm gonna go grab... How many of these do I want? I think actually I don't need the speed upgrade, or not the... I don't need the storage upgrade. I want this to face this way. Cable. All right, there. Yeah, after yesterday with all that huge crafting, my freaking inventory is freaking screwed. And I think my... Freaking stupid upgrades. Speed upgrades are probably upstairs in that stupid chest. This is so annoying. Yeah, I know, I know. I usually build him and then just stick him back in a AE system, or ME system. And I'll probably do that. Well, not that, but I'll probably make him anyway. Hold on. Time to vape. And this isn't where I wanted to be. We don't need that. We don't need that. I'll probably hold on to that. Speed upgrades are right here. Yeah, I want to get this started. And then we could probably hit... I really want to hit the Erebus today. If not, to just find those red gems. Because there's other stuff you need the red gems for, I think. Actually, the only other thing I can think of is the Umber Golem statues. But I'd kind of like to kill the guy. And actually, I might not have time to do that before. Usually I go from 4 p.m. Pacific time to 10 p.m. But today I'm kind of off schedule. And I started early and I'm gonna kind of take a short break for a couple of hours. I should probably not leave that. Actually, yeah, I can leave that there. Take a short break for a couple of hours, go golfing, because the cheap times at the golf course are from 2 to 6 or something, which is right when I'm normally streaming, but you save 15 bucks or something, so it's like, yeah, I think we're gonna do that. That'll work. You hit the top. Yeah, over here, input on the top. Actually, I'm gonna turn all these off. The power, I don't think the power really matters because I just don't think it matters. And we'll probably do the output out the front. Okay, that's set up. We can run a cable, get the stuff started. Extract. Yeah, so I don't want to go to... This is a metallurgic infuser, yes. That is the top. Pretty positive. Do I have the wrong stuff? No, I do not. Excuse me. Why is this not working? That is the top, right? Input. Front. Top. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the host. Nice, thank you. But why? This is confusing. Input. What do the rest? That is really dark. Energy. Infuse. None. Input. That is the right stuff, right? It has to be the right stuff or it wouldn't fit in there. Temperio Essence, Diamond Dust, Demon Steel, the first magnitude. So why is it not coming in? Always active, green, green. I don't know. Let's go get the diamond. Get that hooked up. And actually, we don't even need the pipes, I don't think. I think it'll suck straight from the chest. But, I need my freaking magnet. Can I have one of them, please? Yes, loot chests. I love them. Let's flip this thing back around. Insert or extract, because now it probably just filled up with a bunch of garbage. And turn that back on. Okay. Yeah, it did start filling up with a bunch of garbage. That's fine, though. Throw these diamonds in this machine. See if we can't get this other machine to work. I don't know what... This chest is full, right? Yeah. Or not chest, drawer. But... What? Is it not taking more because it doesn't have fuel? I mean, I guess that's possible. Here, I'm gonna try that. I don't know if it works, though. I really hate it when it does that. Okay. Enrichment chamber side config. Input dark red. Okay, you need cables. I was using cables over here, right? Yeah. Why is this... Input... Put everything into a cardboard box. Like, I have come to decide that... Yeah, these things are like my favorite things ever, but they're my least favorite things ever. Yeah. And part of it is because, like, now it's not going to freaking do it. I'm standing too close. Like, you use them and then you forget. And now they're broken. So then you have to find a wrench to put it back together, or you walk up to your freaking inventory panel or your ME system and you're like, oh, hoorah, about freaking getting that whatever the hell you need out of it, and then it's in a box. Oh, crap. Yeah, so I guess I'm with you there. My goal subconsciously is to put everything inside the box. And they do... Oh, man, I'm getting all freaking off topic again. But, yeah, then you got things like this, where, say, where's that helmet? Say you need to wash your helmet. You don't want to listen to the thing. You throw it in a cardboard box, and it keeps it running because the super soapy water, even though it's empty, as long as you don't turn the machine off, it'll keep running forever. It's just really loud and really noisy. And this will be done here in a second. Or at least it looked like it on the progress bar. We can stop it. Okay. Then you put it back in the box. Well, if you put it back in the box the right way. And it shuts up. Which is really cool. Because the first couple times I played this pack, I just put that somewhere where I didn't want to hear it. Or, you know, I wasn't going to be around. Kind of like your nether portal. And I don't think the sound mufflers work on those things. Ooh, that is... like a great way, I tell you, to get freaking octuple compressed cobble is a stack of these. And that right there, that sound is about the normal sound of one. When you come over here, actually it's not too bad today. It's usually about 20 times that volume. But those sound mufflers don't seem to do nothing to them. Oh, and this guy here, you can't live without this guy. Because anything that requires a detonation, like compressed iron, any of the Dragonic Evolution stuff, the singularities or quantum entangled singularities for AE, this explosion that doesn't damage anything is enough to do all that. So doing Awakened Draconium, all that stuff, you don't need to build an obsidian thing. Get a creeper trophy and right-click it. That, when I saw that, I was like, yes. And I saw that somebody had it in one of their videos to make the compressed iron, and I'm like, I'm going to try this for everything. And I tried it for everything, and it's literally an explosion that doesn't cause any damage. So the game doesn't see it any different. So let's see if we can get it to, because that's an input too. Why? There might be, maybe I gotta reload the pack or something, because... Okay, that's working. And maybe the other one will work once it has a thing in it. Okay. Yes, very true. But once again, I gotta kill the Antlion Overlord or Antlion King or whatever he's called to get the mining tool. Okay, this thing... Oh, duh. Oh, duh. Oh, duh. Oh, man. Now I know why this thing's not working. That recipe doesn't work. There's still obsidian in there. See, the cardboard box thing got my mind off track. We need circuits, the blue ones, and they're not on the screen. We don't have any. They're called circuit. No, they're alloy. The blue alloy. You can always use a couple more purples, or advanced, or whatever they're called. Or elite. I think those are elite. The advanced are in the middle, and then the other ones are enriched alloy. Once these two go through and that stuff is gone, we should start filling in with that stuff. That was most likely the problem. And there's another problem that I'm experiencing right now with these two machines that I'll take care of here in a second. Okay, I was horribly confused about what was going on there. You may notice these things aren't that fast. I've got a set of speed upgrades and entered 2 of them. Yeah, and I usually have like a... Actually, I don't even know where it is. Hold on. I have a notepad that fits right there. Yeah, I don't even know why I have 2 screens right now, to tell you the truth, because the new monitor I bought, I can have the game in a 1080p sized window, and I have OBS right there, I have my freaking notepad right there, I have Chatsy or Chatty up there. So literally the only thing that's on the other screen is Task Manager, so I can see my CPU and internet usage. This guy here can go here. We'll start with that. One of these other ones has another full set. And I can go make another full set of both. But, right now we only really need the 2 machines. And like I said earlier, I should be setting this up for auto craft, so I'm not... Well, I guess you can't really waste Demon Steel because there was so much EMC, it's unbelievable. Oh, that goes through that quick. Holy crap. Wait a minute, how much is each one of these? It's probably going to be hard to tell. 120, 40, so that's 80 apiece. Oh, okay. That is not cheap. Alright, okay, now that we know that, and we probably knew that beforehand, but my god. And I don't like that. I want them to be separate. That's not the right thing. Okay, Dinkus. Insert the purple thing. Infuse. Insert. This should be out the front. And extract. Need to bump the freaking speed upgrades. Yeah, um, and I may end up doing that. That would be, yeah, that would actually probably be a good thing to start with, actually. Um, and these, whatever this stuff's called, that's now gone, and they're all gone. Here, I can't remember what they're called, so I'll stop that real quick. The compressed diamond would be another thing that would be good to, well, I guess you wouldn't have to automate it, but, or, you know, use auto crafting. But they're, yeah, you could use, oh, what are they called? Okay, these cows are getting annoying. Um, APP. The cards. I want, what are those called? Uh, they're going to be at the bottom. These things. You got interface with a crafting card. Yeah. No, not an interface. An export bus with a crafting card. Nope. Just export bus with the diamond. Yeah, that would work. And, well, acceleration cards. But those machines probably don't run fast enough to need acceleration cards. Oh, wow. Well, yeah, we could work on that. Let me get this craziness at least set up so it's doing something in the meantime. And then I can do some math and figure out how many we need extra. And then output the front. Because this is kind of, yeah, starting to look a little freaking ugly. And not automated. Extract. Insert. And that should be Demon Steel, the first magnitude. Okay. Actually, on that note, if we're going to do that, then we need to get some better cabling and some more channels, most likely. Because I think I'm at 7. Yeah, I think I'm at 7 channels. So we definitely need better cabling, and we definitely need dense cables. Um, what do they call that? That's like, well, we can just start with dense and work our way back. Um, dense cable. Okay, vape time. Black, Fluix. I'm good with that for right now. Actually, on that note, you need a lot of freaking wool, right? Yeah, so we're gonna have to. I don't have sheep, so we're gonna have to pattern terminal some freaking wool. It, man, I mean that stuff. Because look at this cable here, it holds 8 channels. The dense cable, 32. And I guess, you know, like if you're talking about density per volume or something like that, how much information is carrying, this doesn't fill the whole block. The dense cable fills the whole block. So for volume, it might not really totally be, actually it has to be a little bit denser than this because 832, so my mind is dead. What is that, 4? Yeah, it's got to be 4. You can't fit 4. Oh, well, can you? Uh, yeah, you could probably fit 4. They're probably not really that dense. They're just larger. Um, but you know, whatever they want to call it. Oh, we needed wool. String. And I mean, this is probably the cheesiest way to get freaking wool. I could probably, actually, wait a minute. Recipe. I'm sure there's, not like I really need it, but sheep essence and Actually, that's really easy. I was thinking it was going to be something hard like mutton or pork chops or whatever it's called. And not, it can't be pork chops. It'd have to be mutton. Because that's much harder to come across than mutton and the wool. Huh. Well, for right now, string is going to do it. Um, interface. Because I know we need that. Dense cable. So we got to work our way down to Fluix. Wait a minute. What? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. The Fluix cable. We'll have to teach it how to make that. I can't wait until I get to Project E. Wait a minute. That... Did I not... Okay, I screwed that up. Yeah, I sure did. The little cable thingies. Why did that not fill in? Okay, there it goes. It gets really interesting when you're programming machines. Which I guess... Wait a minute, isn't that a totally separate... Yeah, that's a totally separate freaking machine that you do that in. And I'll have to look that up. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah. I don't remember. Either way, we need these. Yeah. And I always turn on this ore dick thing. We're gonna run out of space in this before we actually... My dump... I grabbed the thing, not the pattern. But we're definitely gonna need cable. We're gonna need dense cable at that. I freaking did it again. Oh, jeez. I need to start remembering to hit the shift button. I don't know why I'm doing that today. I did that a little bit yesterday, too. It's kind of disheartening. And I kind of want one of these right now so I can know... And I know there's a tool. I thought it was this one. That in 110... It must have been in 110. Or there's another tool that I didn't see that you just like either click on it or look at it and it tells you what the channels are. I know the smart cable works that way, but this isn't telling me what channels I'm using. I know that uses a channel. Well, these two together use a channel. That does not. The interface does, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm not sure about that. So I guess we're at 5. I guess we could probably bring that system over now. Just build some interfaces for it. And, well, dang it. Now I'm doing that crap again. Let's finish this. And we got to the... Wait a minute. Smart wrench RF tools. I thought you used the smart cable. That's not what I wanted to do. I thought you used the smart cable to make the dense cable. I guess it's just the covered cable. I'd really like to have a smart cable. Or, I guess just a dense cable would work. Okay, how do you make a smart cable? Covered cable. Okay, so it's basically the same as making a dense cable. Oh. Can you still do this? Yeah. What am I doing? No, that isn't how you do that. Oh, where's the covered cable? That's what it's called, right? Covered cable? Covered cable. Yeah. If you didn't know that, you can grab the, like, just come over here and grab it and bring it over here. And it says you have a stack of it, but you really don't. You try to put it down here, it disappears. It's for auto crafting. So you don't actually have to have the unit to be able to set up the auto crafting. And I'd really like one of these right now, just so I can verify covered cable, smart cable, and it probably makes more than one. Actually, it probably only makes one. It's probably going to take half an hour because it's got to craft all that stuff. It says it's done. Shouldn't I have one up there? We'll look down here, smart cable. Sometimes that updates, and I guess sometimes it doesn't. It'll be okay. Okay. And I think the best place to put this would be right here. So that, oh, and with this wrench, if you shift right click, it breaks the thing. So it works as a normal Certus or nether quartz wrench. But it has that extra network capability thing. And then once everything else loads up, we're using 6 channels. And you can look at it and tell, because, well, wait a minute. Yeah, this has got 8 channels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2 of these bands are lit up, so you can look at it and tell that you've got freaking 6 channels. Yeah. Okay, so now we know we have 6 channels. We have 2 channels left. We could bring those machines over and automate them. Actually, the best way to do that, we'd need more channels. That way we don't have, because we could use the same set of machines. Oh, yep, totally forgot about freaking putting a torch up there. Do we have a torch? We have a torch. Just one. Just one. We have a torch. Oh, wow, that's actually going fairly fast. I kind of like that. By the time we're done with that box, we should be ready to, Actually, should I move it, or should I run cables over there? I could, as long as I have enough parts run, enough parts to make a dense cable to run over there, we could run a dense cable over there and not even move that stuff. That might be a really good choice. Because that's kind of, it's already got power set up to it. It's never ever gonna run out of power. Yeah, this one solar panel over here really kicks, but it'll never run out of power. That 40 RF per tick is awesome. But if you don't know, these cables, they're a lot of people call them cheaty, but I think it has to do with the multiplier, that when he changed the way the power system with mechanism works, like each RF that machine, or that machine, I'm pointing again, this machine or this machine, each RF that it's taking per tick also gets that multiplier, but it's not a multiplier, it's like a divisor. So once you get, like, say this machine here uses 45,000 RF per tick, once you hit that divisor on there, it's actually less than, the cable sees less than 1 RF per tick. So it can't do math that small, so it just stays, the cable just stays full. I mean, yeah, it is kind of cheaty, but these cables here are the best ones to feed the mechanism machines. You can use other cables, but then you run into freaking strange issues in this mod pack sometimes. Okay, so we could run cables over here, and if we did that, we could pull the stuff straight out of that machine. Um, we could pull that stuff straight out of there. We could automate everything over here, which would be freaking stellar. Because I don't want to move all the... Yeah, we're doing that. Okay. That was a hard decision. Not really. And someday, probably off stream, I'm going to take care of this stupid tree. Like, that was another thing. I needed rubber for all that plastic. And that was... I really went about that the wrong way. Like, I started to go about it the right way. What? Um... I set up this farming station down here, which should have taken down the whole tree. But I didn't give it power till after it ran out. So it forgot there was the rest of the tree up there. If I would have given it power right away, then it would have freaking finished. I don't know why I stopped here. What time is it? 2:30? Okay. Where were we? Dense cable. So we need to run dense clabble. Run dense cable. And we need to be up here. I spelled it wrong again. And I hit the wrong button. Dense cable. Okay. And we should be able to click that in. If not, I can go back to covered cable again. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Covered cable. And you can do this again. And that should be a dense. Yes. And right now, I'm not worried about the colors. Later on, we can worry about colors and separating. And these 28, well, 28, 28, 28, and one of them's 27, but that 28 times 3, 84, so stack plus 20. Let's see if we have a stack plus 20. Dense cable. Uh, 84. Actually, let's just try to make, you know what, let's actually try to make 2 stacks, not two, almost 2. It seems like we have enough stuff to do that. It's not going to be uber fast because these machines don't have the upgrades in them. Yeah, you like the magnet is pulling out the freaking thing. That's awesome. The item dislocator has so many glitches in this pack. Like, I don't know if you've seen the XP glitch. Oh, the windmill isn't turning. Yeah, the XP glitch is interesting. If you need 100 levels, just stand here. There's literally very little XP. Like, there's no XP in there right now at all. It sees the XP in this. It sees the liquid XP and it's pulling it out of the machine. But it's not pulling it out of the machine. So it's glitchy like that. If you need XP, that's how you get it. Or you can do it the right way and just wait. Because, yeah, using the anvil to merge a spawner into a powered spawner takes 300 levels. So you either collect a whole lot of XP by that absorption hopper, I think it's called. It's either, yeah, I think it's the absorption hopper in this. In Sky Factory 3, like 110, it's the vacuum hopper with mob grinder utilities, I think it's called. And I'll probably still I'll rearrange that stuff. It says 30 seconds, but it's not going down by seconds every second. Um, this setup over here, I really think this guy, this whole um, glowing mangy alloy stuff needs to move somewhere because it's kind of in the way of my, whatever these called, metallurgic infusers. Did we run out of diamonds or something? Oh no, it's still running. It's just the sound is glitchy. That's another thing I've noticed with this pack is the sound gets glitchy. 720, 900. Yeah, it is using a few more diamonds than it is the other things. But, you know, stuff happens. These should be ready now. We can start relaying cable. And I think, is it done? Yeah, it's done. Okay. Dense. Um, did I not just make dense cable? What did I just make? Did I just make a whole bunch of smart cable or something? Okay. What did I just make a smart cable? That was smart. I guess I still need smart cable. I like using that better than using these, but these are cheap. These one here obviously give you the... Wait a minute. 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 I still need dense cable. Not 200. I'm going to do it the wrong way. Do it that way this time. And make sure it's actually... I'll take care of that here in a minute. We need some sand. That's another thing I need to hook to the system. I've got the growth acceleration chamber, so this only takes like 100 seconds or something. Pure fluix. Why does it want pure fluix? It should be Hordict, right? Substitutions, yes. I don't know. Seeds, fluix. I've got so much of the powder, it's unbelievable, so it'll be okay. I'll probably do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let those other 43 sand chill there for a while. Wow. And I guess I need to automate these too. This is so much nicer than how I had to, like, automate the production of the pure crystals in, what was that, Hermitcraft. Like, yeah. That was a cluster. That took almost 32 channels in itself. Definitely. Okay, so we should be able to do this now. I'm not sure why it wasn't Well, actually, there probably isn't any normal fluix in there. No, there was, but there probably wasn't enough of both, maybe. Is this dense? Yeah, let's craft dense. What? Are you serious? I guess we're making a stack at a time. Hopefully. Yes. Okay. That was another thing I meant to do with this auto crafting system was um make it dense, yeah. Um do we still have the room for it? Not really. I could make another interface. Yeah, that would work. We'd still only be using one freaking one molecular assembler, but we could then set it up to run the storage cells, up to 64, and then add a 64-bit, like two of them, because you'd have to add two of them um, to make it stay square. If you know what I mean, it's got to stay rectangular. Um, how's this doing? 2 minutes. Okay, let's go see how this is doing then. And the one thing I wanted to check, we could probably already check. Um, the 7, 3. Yeah, we're kind of short on the diamonds. Actually, I think I'm gonna go grab a couple of stacks of diamonds so that can finish, and then we'll hook everything back up the other way. I want to grab 2 dense cable. Um, just an experiment because I don't know if the I don't see them in there. Emmy. These. I don't know if these carry 32 channels or if they carry 8 channels. And I guess the only way to find out would be to break that cable because we don't have... Actually, we still don't have 8 channels. We'd have to test it later because I'd have to add 9 things to it to see if... Yeah, you know what I mean. 52 seconds. What is... Yeah, 4 blocks. And I'm sure the Certus crystal's the same way. We should have one of each. Actually, I've already got Certus. But I'm crafting it into the ore, so I think I might be about... Well, how does that work? Is that how you spell that? Yep. Use. So you get ore or you get pure. And what is this? You need a Certus quartz crystal to make the pure. But seriously, I could automate that freaking system downstairs instead of using... So I could throw 9 into the compactor, or I could surround this for the stuff we need pure for. Actually, I don't think we really need that much pure. I don't think that many things use just pure. I could be wrong, but the fluix, we really need fluix seeds. Um, that is Fluix blocks, 4 of such. Do we have any Fluix blocks still? No. I got a bunch, or I got a set of 4 or 8 from a loot chest. Okay, we got those. I'm pretty sure it's the blue ones. Blue ones, and a Certus Quartz seed, which we should have 9 more of them over here. Because I'm pretty sure, yep. And the blue. I really hate the fact I had to give up my freaking jetpack. Or my jet plate. These finished, right? Yeah. How many of these are still in here? Okay, enough. Enough. Somebody had some leather pants. Some people just like leather pants. These. And I think that was it. Yeah, no Minicio seed this time. How many stone are in there? 25. Okay. And these ones, what's the use on this? I don't think we have drawers for these. So I think to begin with, I'm going to fill a drawer with the Fluix crystals, just as standards. And then I guess you need some pure for stuff. Or if we run into a pure problem, then I'll start keeping it out. Or no. We can just auto-craft it. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Definitely. What in the hell? Yeah. It's playing. It'll be fine. This should be done in a second. Hey, that was close. Okay. So we're looking at... What are these? Redstone seeds? Oh yeah, that was another thing. I went through like 40,000 or 100,000 redstone yesterday. That was freaking nuts. That's why I made these seeds. And if I don't do that, then that freaking vacuum chest over there will pick all those up. Need 9 sticks to set this up right. Well, at least the way I do it. Do that. Plop this right here. I always keep 9 of these. That's not the right set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna let those split up there. Keep 9. Put these away. That's still full, but I have another drawer over here that is connected to a crafter, so when it empties, I'll turn it back on, let it fill up. Put these in here. We need another drawer, and we'll need the key. Then we'll need to move this torch. Yeah, I really miss my jet plate. I really wish I didn't have to stick it in that stupid... I'm about to just build another one, to tell you the truth. Um, they're not that hard to build. I mean, they are. They're time consuming, but they're really not that hard to build. Oh, we need that turned on. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the hardest part of that build is um, let's put this back, is the two bats. Um, we've got that covered. There should be bats in here, and yep, and there should be no um, spiders in here. Did I get any? No. Okay, I got two. And one just escaped. Two just escaped. I don't care. So now there's gonna be bats flying around my base for a minute. Yeah, that's literally one of the hardest parts of getting the jet plate is getting the bats in a soul vial. And that's one of the first things I did actually was set up that platform so I could get those. Um, just need to knock this one. Turn this on. And crap, hopefully it doesn't pick anything again before I can get a chance to throw that in there. Okay, good. Okay, so that's set up. Our dense cables should be done. Yeah, and we'll just come back and check on that in a few minutes, and it'll be done. It does take a few minutes. We're looking at dense. 62. Oh, I already took two. We do need more cable, though. Because that's not going to get us all the way there. All right. So we're still working on cables. I just made the freaking fluid seeds and they're 10-10-10ing. I just turned them on. So they're probably not, probably a 2-2-2 yet. Okay, they haven't really grown at all. Why are they not freaking growing? Are you not turned on? Disabled. Okay. Okay, I guess they just grow really slow. I don't know, whatever. And I think I'm going to autocraft those because there's two different recipes that you can use these for. The pure fluix, making it that way, or this way. Not use the crafter, or the compactor, do auto crafting. Because I guess sometimes it wants freaking standard fluix, and sometimes, because it was getting pissy that the 500 freaking normal fluix, it wanted freaking pure. Oh, I was gonna grab another couple of stacks of diamonds to finish that off. At least that first drawer full. And we can actually, yeah. Oh, and I just went and got some bats and soul vials too. Because I'm really tired of this just normal jetpack. I'd really like to have a jet plate back, but to make the wyvern armor, you got to give up your jet plate. And is there a way? I don't think there is a way to get the wyvern to flight, right? I could be wrong. I know the dragonic armor. Oh, I just thought of something too. Oh, that can wait. We need the dark iron from Iris to make the neutronium collector. Yeah, this thing, you need dark iron plates. Dark iron comes from, well, right there it says tier 10 item, but here it says Iris dark iron ore. And we don't get that from the laser drill. So we need to go to, and you need to make the tier 9 rocket, which will take you there anyway. You need to make that either way. Um, yeah. This should be almost done. I thought we can actually start laying this cable now. Well, that's doing that. Um, that kind of sucks. The way that I've already done this is kind of not very... I need to move something. Or totally break up my walkway. Dude, that freaking fly buzzing around my head. Um, actually, I'm going to turn that back on. I was just tired of looking at those things floating around me from upstairs. The molecular assembler, the magnet pulls the items out of it to you, even though you don't really receive them. I think what I'm going to do to get around this cable mess with the dents is bring the dents through here from the bottom for right now. That seems like a fairly decent idea. And then bring it up to the wall or the ceiling from out here. And that should be right. Yeah. And dude, this freaking thing. Actually, we could, I don't want to autocraft this. This stuff takes a few minutes to do, but I really don't want to autocraft it. I just got bats and soul vials. We need... Actually, I need to count that. Let me count that. Are you for serious? I can understand the dip, but hovering down the dip. Oh, these are probably doing a little better now. I have a tendency to let... What did I just pick up? Alright, whatever. Yeah, we'll come back in a couple of minutes. I need to eat something. Okay. Okay, so what I'm thinking... start getting the stuff ready for the Dark Solarium. You need 2 there. 8. Yeah, 8. And 12. 20. 20 sounds right. And how do you make these? Dark iron, a solarium, or dark steel, solarium, and a pulsating crystal. So we need 20 of these. This could probably be auto-crafted, but the dark solarium, I don't know if we need more. Whoops. Oh, we can have an extra. Is there another use for dark solarium? Oh. What is that? This is actually used for something. That is actually used for extreme crafting also. Yes. For the transmutation table. And I guess the entangled amulet. The ring of flight. Yes. Okay. So maybe we should do that, but I'm not doing that right now. That stuff's a little further down the road. We can have an extra one of these. Dark steel. These things take forever. 20. I did hit the button 8 times. Come on now. Solarium. Yeah, freaking, I suppose you could do that. That'd probably be faster. Or, you know, doing this correctly would probably be faster, like that. Okay. Is this thing set to all smelting? I don't know. Yeah, that works. And this cable should be done now. Dense. Okay, so now we definitely have enough to get to the center. Just because I don't know where the center is from the bottom. Yeah. Actually, something we could do would be mark it. You know, one of these days, I'm going to run out of wood and be like, why the hell did I run out of wood? And it's because I took the freaking farming station away. And I'm going to mark it with that. Or with that. Okay, so that's good. I like bringing the cable out to at least the center and then splitting it from there. It just makes a little more sense to me. It keeps everything compact, and it's harder to, like, unless you're down here, it's a lot harder to see a cable that goes down the center of the walkway than, you know, from above or whatever. Do I have... I really kind of want my night vision. So... I think my helmet's... yeah. I don't plan on fighting anybody right now that I need the extra armor for the shield. And the shield still has juice in it. Okay, so we can still... when you're not in hover mode, you can still walk through there just fine. Yeah, that's when you're not in hover mode. We need to go like that to get through there, because that's a chest. I'll clean that up in a minute. How is that not... okay, we're gonna clean that up right now. I guess that wasn't centered. So I'm gonna... I got my magnet turned on, yeah? Okay. Head down the center. That's probably gonna bug me, but it'll be okay for right now. I don't know if I brought smart cable. I should have brought smart cable. Yeah. This... what? Pretty sure I can count. Pretty positive I can count. That doesn't seem right. I had 2 stacks of this stuff. From this block to the edge is 28 blocks. That is 28 blocks long. And from this block to there is 28 blocks. That does not add up to 128 blocks. 28 times 3 is 84. I just had 2 stacks of those things. Where did they all go? Oh, it flipped in the wrong thing. Okay. Yeah, and the reason why that's there is every time I come through that portal coming back, without this platform, it was I wasn't even standing on that. I would just spawn in and drop. Like, yeah, that was interesting. So make sure when you build the ether portal that you have something on both sides, because it decides where it's going to drop you, and it's always a block off of the portal, not like another portal where you stop standing in the portal, or when you spawn standing in the portal. I mean, we're almost there. And then from here, actually from here, I don't even know where the freaking things are. So we need a connection. How is this gonna work? Those cables. Well, either way, the first one that needs to be done is can be this one. So it can. That's gonna be kind of ugly. It'll work though. Right there. And I don't know. Should I bring the dents all the way here, or use the cheaper smart cable? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this? Crusher. We should probably... Man, I don't even know. 38. We have enough to bring the dents all the way down. Let's bring the dents down to... like there, just to have a mark. Now, it needs to go further. I think. Nah, we can use those cable anchors or whatever they're called. Just keep them separated. So yeah, probably right there is probably okay. Or we can bring it all the way out to the edge. Yeah, let's just bring it all the way out to the edge. It doesn't really matter. We got 38 of them, and it's 28 blocks from there. We just need to... Actually, I think I'm gonna... Yeah. Do something like that, and just connect this all the way up down here. I don't think... Well, at least in 110, I don't think you can connect, or 110 or newer, you can connect like interfaces straight to a dense cable. You have to use a smart cable, or a Fluix glass cable. Okay, so that's connected. And I could use P2Ps, I know that, and that may end up happening, but for right now, that's kosher. What time is it? Yeah, in like half an hour, I'm probably gonna be done. So we should be able to get this set up, and then I've got to go for a couple of hours, go golfing, come back, and then start back up. I know that sounds kind of weird. It's just uh, we've been it's been kind of a golf day, so I'd start late. I'd start at like 5 on Tuesdays, and I should have probably changed that on the schedule because it happened more than once. But the golf at the same place we usually go to on Tuesdays is like $10 cheaper if you go 2 hours later. If you start 2 hours later, it's like $10 cheaper. So that's what we're doing today. See how that works out. Okay, so smart cable. Yeah, let's make smart cable and we'll make a couple of interfaces. Yeah, smart. We don't need that right now. We don't need that right now. We probably don't need that right now. Some of this stuff goes into the yellow bag of holding, golden bag of holding. Turn open that. Ding, 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 ding. The bats can go somewhere. Torches. That cable. Probably, hopefully don't need those right away. Those, okay. I need to clear that box out too. That's really getting kind of annoying. Having all that stuff. That can go in there. I need to make one of those I/O network I/O things. But either way, right now we probably need like, how many slots do we have in here? One. That's not enough. Okay, so we're gonna do interface, and I'm gonna do the full block one so we can connect cabling to it, because those machines. Ooh, now that I think about it, we need that other machine. I can't remember exactly what it is called. Um, Not that one. That's the one I was just talking about, because you put the discs in one side and it empties the discs into the system. Because I know I've got stuff, because I have my priorities set wrong. I know there's stuff in the drives that I have drawers for. Um, I know. What is that thing called? Crafting unit. I really don't remember what that thing is called. Uh, what are these? Link marker thing, quantum ring, security, tiny TNT charger, wireless. It must be one of the ones at the bottom. No, I don't see it down here either. How is it that you make the other patterns? The patterns for... Maybe I'm thinking refined storage that has two freaking pattern things. But I'm pretty sure... Because... Oh, yeah, that's right, right here. Okay, yeah. I got you. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, so we can still just go back to that interface. And I think we'll start with like 5. So we need 10 of these. That's nice. Ten of those. Interface. 5. 5. we should just be able to make 5. Throw these in the system so it'll auto-populate. Okay, so we got 5 of these. I know we're going to need some import buses. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we need to get rid of, remove some of this other stuff. This stuff I just put here just because, like, really, there was power there, and it was close to the cows, so I didn't have to move the barrels far, or the drums. But now I'm using an ender tank, so we don't really need... is the magnet on? Yeah. I would not like to lose that stuff. That stuff is expensive. And it's mostly expensive because of the time. It takes forever to make that stuff. Like, however much is in here, it took like a day to make it. 1800. That stuff is... And I need to upgrade that machine, is what I need to do. And probably get like 20 more cows. Because eventually you need so much of those, like... A fully upgraded freaking single drawer is nowhere near enough for what you need in the end. So, I just wasted some of that Zephyrium stuff. That can actually... I mean, that's probably the ugliest place to put that, but... that's fine for right now, because it's filling and it works. So we don't need these anymore. Are these done? Yes, they're done. Is there more diamonds? How did I get that exactly right? Literally, last time I put diamonds in this, I went over there, I filled up the empty spots in my inventory, and came over here and threw them all in here, and I ended up with exactly the right amount. Like, to the diamond. Wow. Okay, I guess things have, you know, whatever. This needs to move too. These cables need to go bye-bye. I knew that was gonna happen. That was the funny face. That needs to move. That needs to move. That needs to move. These both need to move. I really like the adjacent touching boxes vein miner rule, but at the same time, I really hate it. I think in the first couple of days of this playthrough, I freaking mined out most of my platform like 3 or 4 times. Like, and I would go around and I would separate, knock out all the things touching to, you know, so it wouldn't freaking, so I could like break out a hole, so I could put down, like I had a tree farm over here for a while, or some kind of farm. Pretty sure it was a tree farm, like a 10 by 10 tree farm over here. And well, first I did it like right here, and it ate all this grass when I vein mined the thing out. And then the next time I freaking went around and I thought I got all the things, and I like double checked and was pretty sure I had all the things, hit the thing in here, and then the whole platform went away. I'm like, okay, something ain't quite right here. But yeah, you got to be really careful with the vein miner. That's an understatement, to tell you the truth. But okay, so we got the cable. This guy over here is gonna need... Wow. Okay, so this guy here... Yeah, he's gonna need an interface. I'm gonna break out underneath these guys and put interfaces. Now remember, with these, this guy here has 1 input, 1 output, right? You put in freaking diamonds or whatever the obsidian is. So we'll probably end up having to use the crusher too to get the obsidian stuff filled. Um, so 8 channels is definitely not going to be enough. 32 will definitely be enough, but hold on. So this guy here is only going to use one channel. He's got that one interface on the back. He'll use the one channel. This guy here has the input for this, which will be an export bus with a crafting. It'll be an export bus with a crafting thing. So as long as this is a 64, it'll do nothing. As soon as it drops to 63, it'll say, "Hey, bro, up here. Hey, we need freaking diamonds. Compressed diamond right now." And that interface will be like, oh, okay, it'll spit this guy a diamond. It'll flow back through here, back into the interface, and then it'll go through that import bus, right? Or export bus. But we need a second interface to actually make the stuff in the infuser, right? The actual item. So this is, what do they call it? The infuser item, and then the actual input item. So this is the item you're making. This is the catalyst, basically. So you have to have 2 different channels for each metallurgic infuser to get that correct. Or I suppose, I never really thought about that. That really just sounded like I just blew the hell up! God! And I told you a minute ago that I won't need this right now. Or hopefully I don't need this right now, and now I need it. Frickin' knucklehead. I forgot to freaking torch this joint up. Good thing I have... Well, the 2 that just blew up, I probably are the ones... Or at least one of them is the one I have. Oh, God. I heard that, and I'm talking, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. He blew up my cable! Oh. Yeah, I know. We're going golfing today, so I'm going to do a little bit early, and then I'm going to come back when I'm done golfing and do a little bit after. Actually, probably a lot after. Oh, did you catch the end last night? Yeah, it's working. I finally got this thing made at like 2 o'clock in the morning yesterday. And it easily powers this whole thing. And this thing is probably way too much for the one crafter I had and the 3 extras I built. Okay, I got you. Yeah, like, that thing was putting out so much, and it wasn't really getting used really at all by the single crafter that was making the Acacio, or whatever that second stuff is called. So I built 3 more. And they're all cooking along, and they're still not really touching what that farm can do. I thought about making some more, but literally this thing... Yesterday when I checked it, it had 700, and it had been running for like 5 days. And then I've taken a full drawer out, so 2048, and then it's made a bunch more. So like, that's really unreal. Go back to which? The mob, or the farm, or... Oh, hold on. The AutoCraft menu? You mean like that? Is that what you wanted to see, or... Oops. Yeah, and I've taken... Because to begin with, this thing had... Or all 4 of these had full speed upgrade, or 3... The 3 in the tower had 3 or full speed upgrades, and it actually runs slower with the full speed upgrades. Well, there is, like, the fastest one that I know of is the one up here. Um, the RF Tools Autocrafter is basically instant, but in 1.7, if you want the stuff to come to the output, it sends the stone to the output too. In 1.10, they added another option here for, like stuff that's required to stay there, so buckets or the stones. But this one here only has keep everything in the internal, put everything in the external. There's no keep required items thing. So, like, if you had everything set to internal except for the red ones, the Temperio, it would make make one Temperio and take the Master Infusion Stone and chuck it out, and then it wouldn't work anymore. But this is like literally instant, especially when it's set to fast mode, because it doesn't render all the stuff disappearing. Like if you go like this, it'll click down, click down, click down, click down. But with this, it's just blip gone, and you have all of the new stuff. So that's the way I was doing it, but trying to make 4,000 of the red ones would have taken me like 4 days just carrying stuff back and forth. Or it would have never, it would have filled up this thing. And like, that's another issue with this one is if you try to plumb stuff into it, like if I tried to plumb in the Minicio, as soon as all the slots are full, there's no more crafting slots, so it stops. So you have to limit the amount of stuff you put in there. Like if you were doing like AE auto crafting, actually it'd still be slower once you got to the Temperio because you'd have to manually put the rock back in every time. And basically the way that this one down here, you have cases where throughout the game you need all 5 of these. Is there 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, 5 of the smaller ones. So that's why I put the buffer chests out front. So it fills those first. Priority 100 on this, and priority negative 100 on, or probably 10. Positive 10 on this, so it stays full. Negative 10 on that, so it only crafts when the other stuff is already full. And this has 1 upgrade in it because I needed 4,374 of those to make the demon ingots of the 8th magnitude, 2 of such. Yeah, it's dude, what? I just put more torches down there. Okay, the creeper that blew up down there blew up one of my torches. Oh, that cow scared the hell out of me. I thought it was another creeper or something. Okay, and there's... Hopefully it's not a blood moon and one spawns over there by that chest real quick. You know, those stupid cows, dude. I think that's how they die. I guess right there would work. And they blew up my freaking level whatever freaking power cables. Oh, yeah. I finally got smart with this guy, too. I put the item thing in there, so now this is an actual mob farm. All the drops will just sit there until I fly by with my magnet, and they go dingy-dingy and piss me off. Because they're noisy. Oh, I'm sent. Or I could just stand right over here next to the noise muffler and not hear it. I was like, why do I not hear that noise anymore? Yeah, and the whole point of, yeah, I'd started doing the auto crafting stuff. I need to obviously move this, but I wanted some basic auto crafting in the meantime. We don't need that. Probably don't really care about that torch. Don't need that. Don't need these. That and that. Wow. Oh, creeper blew that up. Did that dumb creeper blow up my freaking drum? Okay, good. Oh, that was gonna piss me off if that freaking drum of Zephyrium was gone. Oh. Yeah. Because is that even to the right order of magnitude yet? That's 5 past the zeros. Yeah. So that's a little over half full. Oh, if you would have blown that up, I would have been pissed. Or this box of, oh, what is that? That's the glowing mangy alloy. Let's see. For right now, actually, I think I'm just gonna leave this over here with this other stuff, so I know where it is. Um, but I need more basic universal cable, a red and a. I don't know how many times I hit that to tell you the truth with what either. I probably have the basic on me. Yeah, basic universal cable. And I'll grab some of the alloys. I don't think I went all the way up on the alloys for the upgrading of it, and we're only going to need one of each. But I'm going to make sure the colors match. I'm pretty sure it's the blue ones and not the purple ones, but that stupid creeper. I'm sitting there talking, trying to explain something to, I think it was Monster Brawl. No, well, I think I was trying to explain it to him, but he hasn't said much in a while, but that's okay. Yeah, it's definitely the blue. And this is going to be a waste of these freaking things, but to get these things fully powered for for all the speed upgrades I'm going to throw in them, they really need to have that cable. And it might have to go up again to tell you the truth. So yeah. So these only have one input. And I'm about to go make a noise muffler for those stupid cows. But these only have one input, so you need one, right? These ones here have the catalyst and... Well, if you knew how many catalysts went in... Like, let me look up Demon Steel, see if it actually tells you how much catalyst it uses. No, it doesn't. I know now that it uses 100. So that'd be... I don't even want to try to do the math. When this thing's empty, so I'll use an export bus with a crafting upgrade and have this guy craft one every time this guy needs one. So this will need 2 inputs. I was going to try to figure that out, but you'd have to make... I'd have to be using a crusher and this to get 100, because each diamond crushed gives you 10. Each of those compressed plates gives you 80. That sounds like something that sounds like a pain in the butt when you can just have freaking one set for obsidian, one set for diamond, one set for redstone, and just keep them full of the redstone or the compressed versions. That seems to sound like it makes more sense. So what is that thing called? We need 2 more enrichment chambers then. Yeah, and I think compressed obsidian. I think you still got to use the dust for this. Refined obsidian dust, which goes through. So hopefully you don't need to make something that requires the diamond machine, or you'd have to make a whole nother metallurgic infuser just to make that refined refined obsidian powder. Until it becomes a problem, let's just assume that we won't be using both at the same time. That sounds like a good plan. And where is that cable? The cable is right next to that. Should be right down there. And it's underneath, that's good. So I can put a interface right there. Put the stone back. This guy here, I think, is going to have... Ooh, that cable runs right there. Or where does the cable run? Yeah, it does run right there. So we'll do it over here. Thought I heard another mob, but it's the middle of the day, so why would that happen? These two... This guy doesn't need that anymore. Gotta watch out with that haste, you know. Okay, so... We don't have enough interfaces. We'd have an interface there, an interface there, an interface there. And that's all for the input of the items. And then we're gonna need freaking... I'm pretty sure you can do it this way. An export bus on both of these. An export bus on this one. All for the compressed of that certain type. I already put one on there. For the obsidian. Need 2 more of those. Yeah, what time is it? I might... Actually, I think... Yeah, like, I think there might be another crafter. Kind of back to what you said last. I didn't see that particular post. The last one I saw was the IC. There has to be... Well, you could use filters. You could use filters and plumb the stuff back in. Like, you could do that, and that would actually work. And I don't know why that cable is actually even hooked up. Yeah, because the rock comes out, you could feed the rock back in. I mean, it wouldn't really be that hard now that I think about it. And now that I just thought about it, this would probably actually be faster. But I don't think it's fast enough to keep up with how fast stuff is coming out of those. You'd have to have, like, no speed upgrades. Or it would fill up with Minicio, and that wouldn't be good. Hold on. Okay. For right now, I think, because I gotta be to the golf course in an hour, and I'd like to take a shower first. So I think I'm done for right now. We're doing 9 holes, or 11 holes. The course is under construction. They have 11 holes. You pay for 9, you can play all 11. And actually, knowing what golf course we're going to, I should maybe skip the shower and go buy a bag of golf clubs, or golf balls from Goodwill, because this place eats balls. Well, eats golf balls. Yeah, but if we start at 4:30 like we're supposed to, I should definitely be back here by 6:30 or 7. And I've already gone for almost 3 hours, so I'll still get like 6 hours in today. Um, but yeah, and I think I'm gonna change the schedule to it. Well, if today works out and we keep wanting to do the late afternoon golfing instead of the morning, then probably change. And I just realized freaking yesterday when my dad was asking me when I go back to school, that's in literally a month. And I still need, well, I'm going to go to Montana most likely for a week or so, I think. And, uh, yeah, going to Montana for like a week or so, most likely. I'm going to go visit my sister, but that's over a weekend. So there might be a Friday that I'm not streaming. And I either need to get myself on a better sleep schedule so I actually wake up before the stream in the afternoon, or take one day a week off so I can get my house in order, because my house is an utter disaster. And that's something I usually do over the summer, is like get rid of all the trash, and steam clean all the carpets real good. So, but we'll see how that works. Like yesterday, I actually got up at like 9 o'clock in the morning, freaking got a lot of stuff done. But yeah, I know, I know. But like literally, if you saw the floor in the room that I'm sitting in, like yeah, the only thing you can really see is its router, a screwdriver, a ratchet, and a freaking can of air. But like the place is destroyed, and like I know that's why I'm getting bugged by like 3 flies, which isn't really a lot, but I wouldn't shouldn't be getting bugged with flies when I'm not close to a kitchen. But there's stuff in here that needs to be cleaned out. Like, and I'm and then that would give me the open free reign to just have stacks of pizza boxes and empty beer bottles and soda cans all over the place. I still need to clean my house. Um, and I was gonna do that last night after I was done streaming at 10, but that stupid time block. I'm at like 11 at like 11. I was like, okay, this thing's pissing me off. I'm gonna finish it. And then I kept running out of plastic. I kept running out of mercury. I kept running out of freaking redstone alloy. And the redstone alloy and the plastic were both being smelted in that furnace array. That's why I built another one down there with a crafter hooked to it, hooked to the system so it could make the redstone alloy. Well, this one was cooking plastic. And I'm like, okay, I vow to myself, tomorrow, auto crafting. I am no longer making freaking 20,000 freaking redstone alloy by hand. It's not going to happen. So, yeah, that's why I started out straight with auto crafting. And that's why I'm going over there and doing auto crafting because, I mean, loading up freaking the Temperio Essence and getting the diamond crunched, I mean, you can do that with pipes, but why waste the Temperio when it takes, oh, what is that? Like 6 times 4 or something? 5 times 4? No, it's like 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 to get one. It's 1,024 Minicio to get one Temperio. So, and I mean, it wouldn't be wasting them. You'd still have the Demon Steel, but I mean, that goes back to like when you first started watching and I was talking about freaking lean manufacturing where it's just in time. You make exactly what you need and you don't have a buffer, there's no storage. That's what this is about. Like you need, you know, 4,374 Temperio. You get that much. You don't waste Minicio to you see what I'm saying? Like, and it really wouldn't be a waste, but I mean, then you'd have to store the extra Temperio. If you don't need it all the time, then why store 2,400 or 2,048 of it? That's an extra drawer or an extra drive that's causing lag. You know what I mean? And back when I started talking about that to begin with this system, which we can pretty much throw away right now, um, the hell was that? That almost sounded like a freaking mouse. If there's a mouse in my house, if there's a mouse in this apartment, I will be taking a couple of days off to clean the crap out of my house. I haven't heard anything like it. Might be a bird in the dryer, but I had in the dryer vent because I had those a month ago, but I haven't heard anything like that in like a month. But either way, I need to get going so I can hit some golf and I'll be back. Definitely. I want to get that set up And then now that I'm thinking about it, we could really use auto crafting on that setup down here. Um, use that on this system down here. It, oh, crap. Oh, crap. I totally forgot about this thing. So it's been wasting freaking... I never drained it earlier. It's wasted like 1,000 sticks. Which means hopefully some of those sticks are in here. Oh, whatever. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wow. Okay, yeah, but what I was saying before I got dinged by the sticks, um, like do auto crafting for this stuff, that would probably, it might not necessarily be faster, but I mean, we wouldn't have to store all that stuff. Like trying to get as lean as possible, especially once you get into freaking Project E, you really don't really have to store much of nothing. I mean, you do, but you don't. You know what I mean? Like a lot of stuff has... Oh, crap. Oh, I need to stop looking at stuff. But I know this is backed up because they're not picking plants. No, wait a minute. Why are they not picking plants? And why are they not... Why is it not crunching that stuff? Did I leave this turned off last night? No. No. Oh! And when that filled up, it started shoving stuff in there that doesn't need to be in there. Oh! Okay, yep, definitely something I'm going to take care of later. I'm going to turn this off so I just remember to turn it off. Yep, that's wonderful. And I just noticed that just because that thing wasn't harvesting anything. And the Minicio probably in the system isn't full. Actually, it's probably nowhere near full. It's just that withered essence is full. Okay, time to stop rambling. I gotta get going. And hopefully my car works. The clutch has been acting really funny, or at least the pedal. The hydraulic system in it, I think, has a leak in it somewhere. So either the slave cylinder or the master cylinder is bad. Um, hopefully it's a slave cylinder because that's simple to change. All right, guys. I'll be back in a little bit. This is Serendipity signing off. Have a great afternoon. I'll be back in the evening. All right. Peace out.